Shandemanium Shadow Poo!
Hello, welcome to the Bronze Age Monsters Shadow Show. This is a show we do every other week for our loyal patrons. We talk about a bunch of stuff. We've been going through kind of a greatest hits of stuff we always wanted to talk about on this show, but never did. So that's what the Shadow Show has been this season. And it's been really fun to make. People have said they really love it. So yeah, that's what we're doing. You're our patrons, so you know what we've been doing this season. We've been talking about a lot of cool different stuff.
They're on the trolley.
Matt, they are on the trolley. Matt, I have to say, I'm very, a lot of all the feedback that we've been getting from the main show and the Shadow Show have been very cool.
Yes,
very cool. The Marvel by the Month guys said some really nice stuff about us. A couple that episode that Sylvia was on. I don't know if you listened to that one or not.
No, I'm so behind.
It was great. Yeah, it was great. I think it was prime. It was just like, I love, these guys' stuff is great, but this season is so great. And it was really cool.
Oh, so you mean the season in particular is getting love?
Season in particular is getting a lot of love, which I think is awesome. And yeah, Brian was just like, I'm sad they're gone, but they're finishing strong. That's the way to do it, man. We go out on top.
I think we chose wisely. I do too. Chose the right chalice.
Yeah, this is the chalice, and this is the time to get off. It's perfect. Mm-hmm. No, I love it, and I've really enjoyed this season. It seems like everyone's really enjoyed it, and we're doing the Lord's work. We're showcasing weird, forgotten comics in a way that I feel is palatable, that people can just jump in and be like, "Hey, what about this Atlas stuff?" And yeah, it was cool. But yeah, Sylvia and the Marvel by the Month guys were very kind. They're very kind words for us, so that felt good.
I appreciate that. It's nice to hear. And it's been nice that, we joked about this on the main show, the last one, but like just that without prompting, guests have been on saying like, "Man, I've been loving the Shadow Show," and it's like, wow, you couldn't ask for a better, sell
advertisement
for the gated content.
I know, it was like
we did not
Matt
ask
Harvey. No, we didn't. But Matt Harvey came right out of the gate. He's just like, "Man, the Shadow Show."
Yeah. And I wasn't sure if people were going to be mad about me kind of switching it up and keeping it a little looser and shorter and more just kind of light and just kind of dancing over stuff. But people seem to be digging it. So, yeah, I think I love the Bloodstone season. I was thinking about that today. I'm wearing my Bloodstone shirt.
Nice.
Third eye.
I love it.
But yeah, I was thinking about the Bloodstone season and how that was just training wheels for doing the Shadow Show and doing the Atlas Seaboard season. But that was fun. But I'm enjoying what we're doing here. So yeah, the whole season has been dreamy for me. I'm glad other people are enjoying it as much as I am. It feels good when it's mutual,
Yeah, I just feel like from guests, it's always nice, other podcasters and stuff who are just like, I don't know. I feel like we're the if we're Velvet Underground, this is our Loaded. And then we jump off, man.
Yeah.
We don't want to make something after Loaded.
Although didn't they? After Lou left?
They did. Yeah, they did. It was the brothers and Mo Tucker went on and made like one record and then I think a live record or something. Yeah, not good.
The Brothers Yule?
Yeah, the Brothers Yule and Mo Tucker. I think that was it. Right?
Was Sterling already gone by then?
Oh yeah, Sterling. Yeah, Sterling I thought Sterling hopped off.
Did he leave before Loaded?
No, he didn't leave before Loaded,
okay.
But I think he hopped off
when
with
Loaded.
Reed, if I'm correct.
Okay.
Maybe not. But oh God, Sterling's guitar licks on Loaded. Specifically, Oh Sweet Nothing. It's just some of the greatest stuff ever.
Yeah. Sterling Morrison's a god in my
He really is.
Sterling was top 5, top 10 male. If we'd had a male child, Sterling was probably the top 5 running for boy names.
Oh, for a name.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Oh God, yes. Just based on Sterling Morrison.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
All right. Well, sorry, we got a little distracted there, but that's the Shadow Show.
That's what we do here.
That's what, we need. It's all just talking about love and comparing ourselves to the Velvet Underground, which I'm going to do every show now.
Yep.
Because I think it's an apt comparison.
Yeah. And we still need to, I remember floating around my head, I got so much going on with Athena leaving for college soon. Like, everything's just, I feel like I just had a bunch of just flittering thoughts going on, but I was like, oh my God, we didn't do human gargoyles yet. Like once Athena's gone and your album stuff is done, we need to do human gargoyles. Like a proper
we'll do
human gargoyles thing.
Yep.
And then
we'll
okay. And
we got a busy schedule. We got a lot of guests
I know.
shows to do. And then we got a lot of shit to do.
I was walking Cowie today and was like thinking, okay, so Athena's leaving this week, blah blah. And I was like, oh my God, I was gonna have her read like 3 Satana things and just have those in the bag, and then have like you and other people do stuff like whenever. And like, she's leaving in like 48 hours. Like I was like, oh shit, we might not finish the Satana, her main saga, before she hits the main comics.
That's okay.
I know. It's just really hard for me to let go of this stuff.
Yeah. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking, well, I could send her with this mic and she could record it, between classes in her dorm room. We'll see. But I do, even if we don't do the Power Records version of the rest of the Satana saga, there's one more comic and then 2 text pieces that end this thing, her being stranded on Earth. Which I've read through, and it's actually pretty cool. That's the other thing that bugs me, is like I want to finish it because it's a full story and it all makes sense in the end. I was like, God damn it. Like Conway laid out tracks for a cool thing and it actually ends well. So I want to do that. But I forgot what I was thinking while I was talking. But I do want it regardless. I want to have her be on. She's scheduled towards the very end of the Shadow Show to talk about something with Satana. I forgot it was like Marvel Premiere or one of those, that magazine.
Yeah.
And to talk about just playing Satana and just being on the podcast. Just have fun guests. We don't have guests on the Shadow Show, but usually. But I think she should do that regardless, even if we don't finish the Satana origin story saga.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So, and then we're going to talk about Skywald's Hell Rider, the Butterfly. Mm-hmm. It's a brief 12-page story. And I want to show you the stuff I got at Rose City Comic Con. You and the pack and the Star Gods and stuff.
Sweet. Yes,
real quick,
I'd love
real
to.
quick.
Yeah. Awesome.
Cool.
So, before we had already done the A story, which was Hell Rider.
It was hella
Now we're
awesome.
coming in hella awesome. It was super great. And so, now we go to the Butterfly, which is the B story. And so it's credits. It's written by Gary Friedrich, and it's John Solardo and
Esposito.
I can't remember who. It's Esposito. So it's Esposito with Solardo inks.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
I thought it was Solardo with Esposito inks. I had it backwards. Okay.
Oh, I might have it backwards too. Anyhow, we normally, we talk about the cast of creators. We know Gary, we know Esposito. So I thought I'd just mention a tiny bit about John Solardo. So Matt, you and I were talking off air and saying like, God damn, that name sounded so familiar. And I looked, and it's because we already talked about him slightly, because he did some inking on the very first Creature Commando story from Weird War Tales 93. So
recent history.
Yeah, recent history. And so I want to just talk a little bit about him because it's kind of interesting. First, he's one of the older artists that we've run across in our show. He's born in 1918.
Yeah.
If not the oldest, honestly. I think we've got a couple creators we talked about that were born in the teens, but yeah, John Solardo's first art credits at the dawn of the comics industry. It's on a little story called Rip Regan, the Power Man. That's in Fight Comics #3 from March of 1940.
You seen it?
I saw a cover
Okay.
of it, but both of us know a story that's in there.
Which is?
It's a story called Big Red McLean by Fletcher Hanks.
Oh God, really?
So that's in some of the Fantagraphics collections that I think you and I both have.
Yes.
And so I thought that was cool, reading the credits from Fight Comics 3.
I forget Fletcher Hanks was published. Sometimes, like in my mind, he's like Henry Darger, where it's just like the guy died and they opened up his apartment and found all this stuff.
Like, what is this?
I forget he was actually real.
He was real, and he was published. It was weird, but Stardust actually, you could buy an issue of comics that had a Stardust story in it.
God, that's fucking crazy.
How weird is that? Phantoma.
Phantoma, yeah.
So he worked for the Iger Eisner shop throughout the 40s. His work was appearing mostly in like Fiction House titles. 50s, he moved over into the strips. He He got that golden paycheck.
Yep.
So he's most well known for his run on Tarzan. Super long run from like early 50s to 1968 when Russ Manning took over.
If you Google his name, you will see a picture of Tarzan come up, a panel of Tarzan.
I'm sure
I did it today.
Yeah. You're like, oh, there's Tarzan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Other strips he worked on: Lassie, Tales of the Green Beret, Buzz Sawyer. In the 60s, he did a lot of work for DC, almost all romance comics.
Yeah. Saw that.
Yeah. He did like great DC era romance comics. For Skywald, he did this issue, and he also inked over Kurt Schaffenberg's pencils in the color comic, romance comic that Skywald put out. It's called Tender Love Stories. There's the first story is always new. And so he inked Kurt Schaffenberg, the non-reprint story on issues 3 and 4. And that's from 1971. So yeah, more about the romance comics. So they had one new story and the rest were stolen reprints from the 50s and 60s.
Classic.
They had alterations to the hair and clothing to make them seem more contemporary. You know who the artist is that did that?
Who?
Bill Everett.
Oh, really? Wow. Wow. It's like bringing an AR-15 to a snowball fight.
Pretty much, yeah. God damn. I don't know. Everett was kind of, he died in 73.
That's true.
I think those comics are from 71, but he was still kind of like, he got sober and he got kind of sick and got sober. And then he had like 1 or 2 more years where he was doing stuff. He was drawing Submariner again. And then he kind of started to decline, but I think he was still doing, not great, but okay in 71. So this must have just been, it was weird. I don't know why he did that. I don't know why he would do these weird alterations for Israel Waldman.
Doesn't that seem like something that would just be thrown to him as like you worked your ass off, here's an easy gig for a paycheck kind of thing, like just you earned this?
Yeah, but Israel Waldman didn't write paychecks.
That's what I was going to say. If it was anybody but Israel Waldman, I'd be like, damn, yeah, what a mensch.
Yeah, it is. It's just like, no, you're Bill fucking Everett. Here. Just do an hour's worth of work and I give you a couple $100. But no, this is Israel Waldman. So I'm pretty sure that didn't happen. But
damn.
It's one of his weirder credits right at the end of his life. So who knows? But I thought that was kind of interesting.
So that the romance stuff that Skywald published, is that the really brief 4-color comic format line? Okay.
Yep. There's 4 issues. I have one of those. I have a couple of I have the Heap ones, and I have the Western one. It's Bravados.
Oh, I want to read that. I've seen the covers.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a couple of those too, and they're all square bound. So
do you know who worked on Bravados? Los Bravados?
Not offhand. Okay. No. But it's the same thing with all the color comics, even with the Heap. Like the first story
original
is new, and the rest are just weird reprints of whatever Waldman wanted to stick in there.
I would have been so stoked with that though as a kid.
Oh, I would have loved it.
Like, did you buy the EC reprints that were like 2 issues bundled together for like?
Absolutely.
I couldn't. I haunted my bookstore on our mall on the coast, waiting for those to come out each. They came out bi-monthly, I think, and I would read them until they about fell apart. I was so excited to get real EC comics. Like,
I feel like both of us kind of because we were little kids when that happened.
I was like in
I was not
grade, maybe.
Yeah, so
5th
I would
grade?
have been in 4th grade. Yeah, so I would have been in 3rd or 4th grade. And I honestly think that was my first exposure to like golden age horror comics.
Oh, mine.
I don't
100%.
I don't know when I would have. But I remember the first time I bought one of those, I was up in Puget Sound at Hoodsport. We were going shrimping. We went shrimping there every year.
I've been to Hoodsport.
Yeah. And so we stayed at this RV park with our trailer, and we'd take a little Zodiac boat out and drop our shrimp traps, a can of cat food. You poke a hole in it, put it in the trap, put your traps down, bring up like 1,000 shrimp. Me and my sister cleaning them. It's quarter turn to the right, pull the little shit vein out, and you got 1,000 shrimp to eat for the rest of the year. I don't eat shrimp anymore, by the way.
Probably because of that, right?
I got burned out. I was like, after my 15,000th shrimp, I was like, you know what, I'm out. But there was a little general store, real small there. And I saw one of those there and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I got it. And the first story, I think it was on the cover. It's that one about the circus where the
two-headed
mummy.
Oh, that one.
Where the mummy and the love story where they run off at the end.
I think after that, the two-headed freak thing in the jar.
Yeah.
That was on the cover of another one as well. Yeah. Gemstone? That's who did those, right?
I think Gemstone did, yeah. But goddamn, those were incredible. They were, I mean, probably same with you. I mean, that shaped my comics love for decades. Still shaped it to where I am today.
100%. I saw Creepshow as a little kid on cable. And then I saw an episode of Tales from the Crypt or something like that around that time. And I was just like, this is me now. Like Gene Belcher. Yeah. I am Golden Age horror guy. And I never came back. That was the 40 years ago.
Tales of the Crypt episode, the one with Patricia Arquette singing the song.
No, but that is now. How about that watch along one, right? The Scarecrow.
Yeah, the watch along one. What is it? Something through the rye. It's like the worst song ever. Yeah. Something through the rye. Chicken pot pie.
Chicken pot
and I don't care.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the song so much, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I know. 12-year-old me wasn't either when I saw that. Wow. All right. Should we talk butterfly? Mm-hmm. We're gonna let's talk some butterfly.
This is supposed to be a shorty. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I can't remember how we do this, but we're really loose on these, right? We just kind of like talk, and then when I stop talking, you pick it up.
I just blathered for 15 minutes, so please tell us a little bit about the butterfly.
So yeah, I mean the butterfly. What did we say? We met her in the first chapter, the Hell Rider, Brick Reese. He found out that a client of his uncle, Julie Storm, I believe her name was, had some boots and they had heroin hidden in them, and she loaned them to her friend Marion Michaels in Las Vegas.
Marion Michaels, yep.
Who was a pop star. And so the Claw, the kind of Cobra commander with the hood, G.I. Joe kind of guy, was all bent out of shape about his heroin. He wanted to smack. And yeah, if you missed that episode, please go back and watch that one. I mean, the art was amazing in that one. That was Andrew and Esposito, and it was like a Russ Meyer fever dream. It was amazing. There was sexy party scenes, biker violence. Like it had everything a growing boy could want in his comics diet. So we were stoked to jump onto here. So now we are in the next chapter. We love the idea that there's this integrated universe, 3 ongoing stories that are all connected. And they made a note in the intro of this issue saying that they wanted to really have a grounded feel. They didn't want to feel like the Avengers or like Spider-Man. They wanted this to be real life heroes that could do these things. If it's like tech based, it's not magic, it's not radioactive, whatever. And so we're going to get another hero like that. So Brick Reese, but he is a super soldier of sorts because of his treatment. But I mean, he's kind of grounded. But they were saying, making it a heroin deal, that makes it real, right? It's like the world outside your window, like New Universe. So
heroin.
Yeah. So yeah, we get this nice splash page. And it was actually a shock for me going from Ross Andrew and Esposito to Solardo and Esposito. And I did check while you were talking, Jacob. It was Solardo pencils and Esposito inks.
Okay.
This felt very much like a downshift into underground comics. Like this style here felt very organic and like funky, and mushrooms growing in the corners and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's very funky. It is not as polished as the story A in this at all.
So my first impression of this was just like, okay, so did someone at Marvel read this and then go, what we should do? We should nick that thing about a pop star being a superhero in secret and make Dazzler.
I wondered about that too.
I mean, it's
it's
not the most original idea in the world, but it's just kind of like this. I don't know, man. I mean, the fact that light plays in her power set was like, okay, that's a bridge too far. I think
that's the only thing. Yeah, someone probably did read this. I mean, maybe Claremont created Dazzler.
Yeah, I was wondering if Friedrich had any input or something like, I was working on this thing called Hell Rider, before Ghost Rider. And Chris is like, really? I'm just writing something down. This is unrelated to what you're saying, by the way. And she was a what?
Worry,
she was a singer? Singer. Cool.
He's distracting him, being like, I'm doing man thing right now, so I'm not even thinking about that.
I'm writing myself into man thing. So we get the splash page. It's her spreading her wings, and I like this. Like in her wings, you see her singing, and there's the Golden Nugget in the background, and the Hotel Apache, and some other like famous casinos, and she's singing as a pop star. But then under the other wing, you see her doing superhero stuff and punching kitty. Did we call those henchmen? Did we give them a name last time? Kitty cat men.
Kitty cat men. Kitty cat men.
And there's
or Wildcat from the Golden
or
Age
Wildcat.
DC.
Yeah. They're not that cool.
No.
So yeah, and there's some text here just explaining that Vegas is there's a lot of money going through there. It's a desert, and there's crime and bundles of heroin and blah blah blah. And here's the coming of the butterfly. And yeah, I mean, she looks kind of cool. What do you think of the way she looked?
She looks pretty cool. It's a weird art style. It's not Golden Age. It's not like, it's weird. Like
it feels like fanzine, right?
It does feel like fanzine stuff.
Really hard to me.
Maybe not quite up to snuff for a professional comic kind of thing. It's strange.
So Solardo was born in 18. So he's about 55 when this comes out.
Yeah, but a lot of the guys that we know that are old, he's very capable, but a lot of the Golden Age guys who we see, they draw like Golden Age stuff.
No, I see what you're saying. Yeah. This felt underground. This felt like, it felt like instead of the butterfly, I felt like it should say the Jefferson Airplane or something. Like it should be a flyer. Like it feels so weird.
Yeah, it's weird. This should be like, it's so strange. I know. But yeah, so yeah, opening page. So we just kind of jump back into the story, and she's just kind of like, well, why would anyone want to threaten me over something so meaningless as a pair of boots? I'm just going to poke a hole real fast.
Go ahead, poke away.
I don't know. I mean,
how much heroin would be in boots?
I don't know how much heroin would be in boots and what the street value of heroin is. Because, I mean, I understand like hollowing out a soldier's body and stuffing that full of heroin and shipping that away. But how much heroin can be in these boots that people are going to murder each other over?
Dressed up like kitty cats. And
dressed up like kitty cats.
And Dumb Donald, like Ninja Dumb Donald from the Junkyard Gang.
I don't understand. But again, I'm not here to poke holes, just here to enjoy the ride.
No, I literally, she was holding those up and I was like, people are killing each other for this amount of heroin. It's not even like those pints, glasses that are shaped like boots that hold like 4/5 or whatever.
No, it's the heel. It's the 4-inch heel, maybe
soles.
4 inches. It's just the soles and the heel.
It's absurd. Yeah, and Gary. Okay. So as she's getting ready to go and do her debut, she says it's probably nothing to worry about. Probably just some nutty soul brother trying for a souvenir. Some of the writing in here, particularly in this opening scene when she does her debut, had me LOLing. I was actually literally laughing out loud. Like, oh my God. It's amazing.
Yeah, the Desert Village is proud to present Miss Marian Michaels. And then,
I did like the touch of her putting an Afro wig on. I thought that was cool that they're kind of like, I don't know, like that kind of, she's got like a soul sister. And so she just has this whole like expectations of her as a black lead singer, ingenue person. I thought that was
1971,
72. I thought that was kind of cool.
It is cool. Yeah, it is. So, yeah, I don't know. I liked this whole page about how, it's just any performer, you go on and you get the first few notes of that first song, and that, that first 20 seconds of your first song does make or break you with whatever gig you play.
Yep.
I've played many a bad one and have had many a bad first 20 seconds. And, but then I love at the bottom, it's a bunch of white people, of course, in this audience. They're like, you got to hear this gal. It's like, I'm trying, baby. Just hold down on the ring-a-ding-ding so I can hear her.
Dude, this was killing me.
Some sound. Have to get her on laughing.
Ring-a-ding-ding. When was the last time somebody... How old is Gary Friedrich? He's like 30 or 28, right?
Yeah, he's not old. And but then, you got the nebbish fellow at the bottom. Offer me a year's supply of bagels and lox, and I'll have her there in an hour.
Dude.
Oh my God. This is so good.
Look at the guy above him with the pipe. Is that Harry Reams? Fresh off the set of The Devil and Miss Jones?
It is. A solid pipe, though. That's a strong pipe game, I gotta say.
I love the brother next to him with his hand up and like this, like going, forget the show. How do I get her to my place?
Yeah.
Good God. Yeah, that bagel and lox, like, okay, I get it. So he's a Jewish guy. Like the whole thing was like, holy shit. This is primed to explode with racism, but it actually doesn't. It doesn't do it though, which I thought was cool. This is as close as we get. It doesn't
do it. Yeah, this is close as we get. So yeah, the show went well.
Yeah,
and she got a good response. So she goes backstage, and oh no, guess who's in the green room? It's the Claw
in a dashiki. Apparently, what is he wearing? Is that his robe? He looks like he's in a dashiki.
I think so. Honestly, what I thought, it did look like he was in a dashiki. And honestly, I thought, I'm just like, oh no, did the Claw be like, well, I'm going to go talk to some black people. And I want him to take me seriously. So I'm going to go buy a dashiki. He didn't have a dashiki. He went and bought it.
Yeah, in a limo with 3 kitty cat men opening the door for him. Take me to your finest dashiki shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take me to your boutique.
So the weirdest thing about the Claw to me is that I remember in the first Hellrider story, he kind of was like Bond villain, the way he talked and stuff. I was like, okay, cool. Here he starts off that same way. So like he says, we're not there yet, but he says like imbeciles and this, oh, you let a mere girl do this and oh, blah, blah, blah. The boots are immaterial. Like, and then he immediately downshifts like to like he says like clam up and blah, 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 and put the pedal to the metal. Like Friedrich was all over the place with this guy. Unless he's being super brilliant. He's like, no, when he's in front of people, he talks like a Bond villain. And then like when he thinks it's just henchmen, he's just like, give me a fucking beer.
Yeah. I mean, God bless Gary Friedrich, but man, I feel like, well, you remember when he had that like 3-page intro to this like coked up intro?
Oh,
like,
right.
Guys.
This is the best thing ever.
This is going to be the greatest thing of all time. And then, like, I think from there on, it just kind of, he was like, oh, fuck, how many pages is this? And I have to make it all tie together? Like, God damn it.
Oh, man.
I'm never doing Coke again.
I looked at that thing again in the intro where they're like, and we got the coolest, hippest dudes of the scene to do it. Esposito and Andrew. And then just photos of them, like, in suits, like, the Men's Warehouse suits, like looking like they're middle-aged, like, oh my God, what are you guys doing? It must have been Coke. How do you explain that?
That's the only thing that can make sense. This whole issue is just like, yeah, cocaine, hell of a drug.
Okay, so yeah, so the kitty cat man grab her and like, we need the boots. And she's like, fine, just get your fucking hands off me and I'll give you the goddamn boots. And so he's like, fine, finally you're listening to reason. And then she's like, okay, this is my big chance. She slams into the Claw, like turns the light switch off and dives into her dressing room, slams the door shut and locks it. And so it's just quiet. And I love this like row of just black panels, like, the henchmen are just like freaking out and slamming into the door. And she's getting her costume on. And then she opens it up and they break the door down and her wings are open and there's some kind of like panels, like charged light panels in there. She says, close your eyes or lose your sense of sight forever. I don't know if that was meant to be like a thing she says to everybody, if this was a long-running series. If so, it's not very catchy.
That's her cat. Like that would be her catchphrase?
Yeah. Like Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Close your eyes or lose your sense of sight forever. Like on t-shirts.
It's not very catchy.
Yeah.
She needs to workshop that more.
Yeah.
But so she takes, I do love that last panel. Because the kitty cat men, they didn't close their eyes.
No, they're fucked.
So they're fucked. They just lost their sight forever. And then Dashiki Claw comes in and he's just like, what's the matter with you? You bumbling imbeciles. And then, but I love that he's just like, oh my God, she got away. That's like, forget it. And then they show him the boots and he goes, the boots.
Oh
there you go, dude. You're $300 worth of heroin is safe. You're totally fine. You win,
But
man.
adjusted for inflation, that's like $750, Jacob.
Oh, well, that's definitely, I'd kill a bunch of people over that, right? That makes sense.
Right.
Yeah. So I love it. It says, with them in my possession, there's no need to worry about the girl any longer. Like, who cares? Like, I'm head for the limousine.
God. And because we must reach the commune as soon as possible. I forgot they live in a commune. This doesn't even make any sense. Like, does he even know what words mean?
Any sense. No, I don't think so at this point.
So I do like this kind of Spider-Man touch of her. Like, I like that she doesn't have powers. She has tech like Blue Beetle. I think that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's out. They show her outside. She's using her suction cups like the villain, the Beetle, to hold on the top of the building. So the Clawsticker's head out the window, was looking down, like it's 5 stories down. She obviously didn't climb out here. He didn't look up. Nobody ever looks up, like the old horror movie thing.
Nope.
So yeah, she's like, well, shit. They got the boots. Great. That's the bait I needed. That doesn't make a ton of sense because I'm going to follow them now. The boots were, again, immaterial. Like he said, it doesn't matter now. But yeah, so they jump in the limo. I love that we see those dudes again that were blown away by her performance, like leaving.
Yeah.
And like, hey, tell us nowhere near Halloween.
Yeah.
You drive, Marshall, and don't hold back on the accelerator. I love that there's on a name basis, first name basis.
Oh.
Steven.
Like, don't use my real name.
And then so we enter like this kind of the bulk of this entry here, where it's just her using her. So she has like jetpacks, she has fuel cells on them, and they're like essentially a glider. And so she's following these guys into the desert, and like she's doing the mental math, like, wait a minute, okay, so I have like 45 minutes, and there's a 50-minute reserve battery. So she has to do like this whole like kind of Spider-Man web fluid thing, where it's like, okay, shit, if I go all the way outside of Queens, like how do I have enough to get back, or do I have cab fare? Like, I like that nuts and bolts kind of thing that always appealed to me as a kid. Was like it's not just Superman. You don't just punch your way out of every problem. Like, you actually have to get back, and you go out in the desert, you could freeze to death literally. Especially in her little outfit.
God, the cab fare thing always still delights me to no end.
It's classic.
That you actually have to think about that. You're just like, shit, my change purse. I have to make sure I got enough shit in there.
Yeah. And if somebody punches you on your little coin purse on the side of your Spider-Man costume, like, oh, big Charlie horse there.
Oh man.
So yeah, she's flying along, and she just decides, you know what? I'm doing the mental math here on my fuel cell. I'm just going to use my suction cup fingers, which I love the way they look. They're all creepy looking on her gloves.
They do look really cool.
And attaches onto the top of the limo. She's like, I just hope nobody heard me. And you cut inside. I think I just heard a noise up there, boss.
But then, suddenly Claw's like, sure you did. The desert's full of hitchhiking eagles. Now clam up, will ya?
This is what I'm talking about. His voice changes.
It's all over the place.
But if Friedrich did that intentionally, trying to scare people by having this kind of higher elevated whatever speak in front of your victims, and then once you're just in the limo, it's just you and the guys, it's you and Marshall. I mean, I kind of like that.
I do like that. Let's just say it was planned.
Okay, good.
Yeah, let's just do that. I like that better.
Sweet.
But
yeah, go ahead.
I do like that the limo's on its way to a helicopter with floodlights.
Floodlights. Out in the middle of the desert.
In the middle of the desert. But it's just like, well, shit, how are we going to find our helicopter? Floodlights.
Oh, my God.
And so, yeah, she's holding on to that. And then I do like the 4 panels on that next page. They're just wordless. They kind of show. That's kind of my favorite part of this whole issue, honestly.
Yeah.
Because then I'm just like, that's storytelling. Cool. I remember.
Yep.
I remember people did that. And so they, I love that they have a pilot. And I wish he had a cool name though.
Yeah.
I wish he had a name like Steve or something like that. That made me a lot happier. Anyhow, so yeah, they get off there. Butterfly. She's just like, okay, well, they're flying low. You know, she suctions on, but they're flying low. Says if they could easily shake me by climbing over a couple of 100 feet, we just got to hang in there. And so she kind of is like hovering above them, right? And it says like after 25 minutes, she's like, but then this is where the math goes. She's like, this is it. Another couple of minutes. I only have enough fuel to get me back to Vegas. Do I keep after them? Do I turn back and forget it? Now, by the way, curiosity is the only skin in this game. She was just like, well, these guys fucked me up and took my boots. Yeah. Like that, that kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, this is more of if this, the other one were Russ Meyer, this is more of a Tarantino. Like this, if Tarantino got a time machine, he'd be like, so Pam Grier obviously is, Mary Michaels. And I'm directing this. I'm going back to 72. Okay. God, Jacob, listen, we're directing this. Okay. No, we're shooting it night for night. I don't care what it costs. What's Kurt Russell doing?
Yeah. Oh, he'd be in it.
He's Marshall. I'm not fucking making this fucking Marshall. Movie unless Kurt fucking Russell is fucking Marshall. Okay? Okay, Jay. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. So, but okay, well, here's the thing. She's like, well, I can't follow him any farther, but I might as well, I might be able to get those boots back. So she does want the boots.
It's all about the boots.
Well, I'm not gonna falter because they look like cool boots and they were from her friend, right?
That's true. They're not hers. Maybe there's some girl code when you loan clothes to each other. Like it's like, I don't know.
It's wear a superhero suit and like stick to a fucking helicopter.
It's that level.
It's admirable. It's an admirable code.
Yeah, I love suction cup fingertips. I have to say
the suction cup fingertips are great. They are very cool. And so she makes contact and kind of slides open the door and is just like, hand over those boots and maybe I won't make you fly to Cuba.
Airjacking jokes were all the rage in the 70s.
Yeah, Werewolf by Night.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I love the first panel on the next page because we get a little bit back to that Hellraiser kind of level of like violence of like, oh, okay. Like, her heels are going into a kitty cat man's eyeball. She just blinded a dude.
She did. There's blood that spurts out.
And there's a weird exchange with her and the Claw where, he's saying, like, I don't know what kind of game you think this is, but, it's my move. And so there's this weird like back and forth between them where she starts making Monopoly references. She's like, well, you were right about it being your turn, but you took longer than your allotted time. That means you lose Boardwalk and Park Place, not to mention those boots. And she opens up her wings and the Claw's holding onto the boots with a death grip going,
no,
my hair on. Yeah, then one of the henchmen's like, apparently like Marshall or someone's like, don't worry, Claw, I'll get her. She says, no chance, Whiskers. I can still see, remember, because she just blinded everyone in the chopper except for the pilot in the back half of the helicopter. And she just boots a dude out. He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead with a little quip. Brother, when you fall for some chick, you really go all the way. Pushes them out. No! Murder. And he just splattered into the desert. Just drink for murder.
Just murdered a guy.
Yeah, just murdered a guy. I'm going to down this shot from old Marion for murdering a dude.
I'm going to assume that's Marshall. Mm-hmm. Maybe they're all named Marshall. That might be like a weird kink he has.
Marshall 1, 2, and 3.
It's like Gru and the Minions.
Yep.
So she gets her boots. And she's stoked. And, she basically says to the pilot, like, if you do shit and try and stop me, then you're going to crash this thing into a mountain and kill yourself. So obviously you're going to let me go. And she's out.
Until then, hang loose, baby.
Hang loose.
We got a heavy thing going, and I have a hunch it's going to get a lot heavier.
Okay, that panel, that is fucking Roger Ebert writing for Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. Like I swear some of those are word for word from Beyond the Valley of the Dolls.
I know.
Like the boxer guy, or like Dolly Reed as the main character. Like it's Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, which made me super fucking happy.
Oh yeah, no, I loved it. And so then she's just kind of thinking like, oh, I was easier than I thought. I guess it's my element of surprise. She's just like, this is her like kind of setting up like, oh, okay, I can do this. Mm-hmm. This can work out. Got enough fuel to go back to Vegas. And then, but she miscalculated. The reserve pack's cutting down, so she has to get down to the desert. And of course, we're in magazine territory again, where she just slips off that costume, and Yeah. And then she's just in like oh no, okay. Yeah. I was like, what kind of suit is that?
Yeah, why does she call them paper clothes? I don't understand that. Good thing I folded my paper clothes into the wings because I'd look pretty weird out here hitchhiking in my birthday suit. What is she saying? Is she literally paper clothes, or is that an expression that I don't know?
I don't know. I don't want to seem uncool, so I'm not going to admit that I don't know what paper clothes are because I know what paper clothes are.
Like, if she's saying she literally has like something that's made out of the same material you wear, like when you have to put on a gown to get x-rays, and she has like a backup suit in her wings because they're light, that's lightweight. I was like, wait a minute, couldn't you have silk? Isn't silk equally as lightweight as paper? Or I don't know. I'm asking. That's not a rhetorical question.
I genuinely don't know either. But yeah, then we jump back to her dressing room at the desert village, and it's the Wild Bunch.
Wild Bunch.
It's the Wild Bunch. We're here. We're friends of Marion's. Good friends.
Which is news to us, right? We didn't know.
Yeah, we didn't know that.
They partied with Brick Reese. He hung out with them for a while when he had his lost year or whatever.
Yeah, I like that the guy opens the door and it's just like, we're busy here, and fucking Animal's like, watch your tongue, dude, unless you want me to cut it out. They're like, whoa, cool it, Animal. Look, man, we're just old buddies of Marion's. We just want to rap with her for a sec.
God damn.
Oh, it's just like, oh no, she disappeared. And they're the Wild Bunch. They're just like, what the fuck do you mean? They're about to like beat the shit out of the guy. And they're just like, you're not worth it, man. And they just ride on.
They said she might have gone to her lawyer's place. So that's where we're heading, which is
heading back to Bricks.
Brick Reese.
That's right.
And the Wild Bunch is riding along thinking, well, I don't know anything about her connection. This is news to them as well, apparently. Like, they're old friends with her and they're old friends with Brick. They didn't know they knew each other somehow, different time periods or whatever of hanging. Yeah. But he said, but her agent's pretty down on him and he's pulling a fast one on her. Our old friendship goes right out the window the minute we hit his pad in Malibu. So apparently they're not close enough with Brick that they trust him. They're just like, oh, well, this weird shyster agent was like, I don't like this guy. It's like, all right, we're going to go kick his ass. We're going to kick our friend's ass. I thought that note was sour to me every time I read this, both times.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. And the
shared universe.
Yeah, the shared universe needs to be more cohesive.
It does.
It's admirable. I love this first panel on the last page of the bikes riding towards us with the mountains and the moon in the background. God, that's so great. Cool. And their headlights splaying on the ground in like little ovals because they're the way they're hitting the ground. And then we see like from behind, I think Animal, like silhouette and Marion appearing like in his headlights in silhouette. That's cool. All the art's great on this last 2 pages, in my opinion. It's, I don't know. We'll talk about it in a second. But like, so they see her like, oh, Marion Michaels. She's like, oh my God, guys, what the hell? My favorite Nazi biker people. Hey. Like, what are you doing out here in the middle of nowhere? Because this is not like Peter Parker. This isn't like he's out in the Bronx without web fluid. She's out in the literal fucking desert. Like, there's dead hookers underground and cacti, and that's all there is out there. Coyotes.
Yep, she's in her paper clothes, hitching a ride.
Clothes, shivering to death because it gets to be like 20 degrees out in the desert at night.
Yep.
Yeah. So she explains that the boots were this whole thing, and they got to get somewhere safe. Can you take in my lawyer in L.A., Brick Reese? You know him. And like, hey, we're the guy. We're the people for this job. We're heading that way anyway. So Ruby will take you back to town. We'll check with you when we hit the big town. LA is the big town, I guess. She says, thanks. I know it seems strange, but I swear it's a matter of life and death.
Okay.
She killed a dude.
She doesn't seem too phased by it.
No, not at all. She's writing new songs in her head. She's a real artist, Jacob. They're always writing stuff like, so get set to let the good times roll while we make it with some down home soul. Gonna lay the funky Broadway on you and keep hoping it'll reach you too. See?
You're right.
That comes in your head, you get a pen. Even if you have to fill that pen with blood and write it on human flesh.
That's right. Oh man. So okay.
So that's
the butterfly.
That's the butterfly. So yeah, what'd you think? I mean, I was so enamored with Hellrider that I was bound to be disappointed. I was a little disappointed. I had more fun talking through it with you for sure, but yeah, I don't know. It was just like, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I think this is, and also some people have commented just like, oh man, Matt and Jacob had so much fun talking about this issue, and I'm just like, oh man, like it's fun to talk to your buddies about, but I think it's probably Creature Commandos issues that they're mentioning. But yeah, so I was pretty disappointed. Like you, I read it twice through. There was stuff that I was really that really entertained me, stuff that kind of made me cringe. The art was very not what I expected at all after Andrew and Esposito. It was a lot of a letdown, but I had a great time talking with you about it. So it makes me think of it in a higher light. Yeah,
I definitely enjoyed it in a kind of laughing at it kind of way. I mean, I'm not derisive, but just kind of like, I mean, again, I was laughing when I read it, and I'm laughing talking about you with it. So like, it's just goofy. How would it hit in 72? It probably hit like, oh my God, this is the coolest thing ever. Like, you know what I mean? Like a black lady superhero, and she sings in Vegas, and she just killed some dude in a kitty cat costume. Like, I bet that felt way different, like when the Watergate hearings were happening or whatever. But like, to us now, it feels pretty corny.
Pretty dumb.
I don't know. I liked it more going through it the third time with you than I did the 2 times I read it by myself. But it was funny. I particularly like the weird, the ring-a-ding-ding doll and all the weird out of place Sinatra-isms and the weird Jewish crap. So like, I'm really hoping that Friedrich, I think he writes all three. I'm really hoping that he makes it super weird with the Wild Bunch, because he has to write bikers being badass Hell's Angel level bikers for 12, 13 pages. So
I think he's going to do fine with that, because Hellrider was awesome. I remember the full page spread of them just fighting and fucking their way through LA. Like, that was awesome.
That's right. So, he was unflinching. I forgot that he used like homophobic slurs. Like,
yep, that's right.
That was their test. Just seeing if you're cool, man.
Yeah.
That's right. He can do hard boiled. He seems to just feel a little off kilter when it's like writing outside of his comfort zone. I don't know what that would be, but like just the Vegas pop star turned heroin pawn was a weird note for him to write on.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it was.
Well, I'm looking forward to the Wild Bunch. I'll say that much.
Me too.
Animal, Curly, the gang.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to show a couple things I got at Rose City here, and then we'll be done. So I have a hard time with the cons nowadays, like
I do too.
Try to explain to Athena what these were like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, before the entertainment part came into it. Before it was like, so-and-so from Battlestar Galactica's here, like stand in line for 7 hours to get an autograph with them. Maybe. Back then, like to me, when you say a Comic-Con, like in Portland, it was bin diving. Like it was like, anything in here, 10 of them for $2, and he'd be going through, man thing. Yeah. Son of Satan. Oh my God, there's crazy stuff. And he'd pull the stuff out and he'd take this, Charlton Comics home, and he'd be all stoked. And so now that it's become like, what Athena calls it, 3D printed AI slop, which is like just aisles and aisles of just like vendors selling like dice that glow in the dark and tchotchkes and weird shit. And it's just 3D printed crap that they just made with AI. I mean, she's not wrong. Like a bunch of it's just that. To me, like in the old days, it was like horror t-shirts. Like one guy, I just sell Phantasm shirts. That's all I fucking do. If you don't want Phantasm shirts, move on, asshole. Like that type of guy. There's like hardly even any shirts anymore. Like it's all weird, funky, pagan-y, like 3D printed slop of like gamer shit and like candles.
That sucks.
And whatever.
That sucks.
But Artist Alley still rips. So
I bet.
I saw a couple things I wanted to get. I did not get is it Copra? Have you ever read that? That book by
yeah,
I forgot that dude's name. He was there.
Shit, I can't remember.
And I was
cool.
totally like, oh my God, that book rules. I've read some of it. It's awesome. I should buy the first thing and have him sign it to me. And I didn't because I was kind of on a budget. But I did see something interesting on Artist Alley. I saw a lot of great stuff. But I saw this thing called Zat. And the dude, it was intriguing. It said Il Giallo a Fumetti. So referencing Italian, film and comics. And the guy's like a super thief guy. And I just was looking at the stuff, and that's a swipe from Diabolic right there. So he's like, yeah, I worked like 2 years on this. And I was like, so what's your deal? And I'm cutting some of this in, by the way, so you can see it. But cool kind of underground indie stuff. And he's like, basically, I watched Danger Diabolic by Mario Bava, and then I watched The Bloodwaters of Dr. Z, like one of the worst movies ever made in Florida ever. MST3K riffed it. Please watch it. It's fucking hilarious. He's like, I watched them back to back, and like in my kind of a fever dream, I'm like, what if these two movies were mashed up into one thing? So I just started like ideating on it, and then kind of got fixated on it and drew this comic, and it took like 2 years. And so this is his compilation of like 2 years worth of like issues he did as a kind of a zine.
That's cool.
And it's in color. So I had to get that because it's got me all over it. The other thing I got was The Ultimate Guide to Japanese Yokai. And this was written by Zach Davison, and he was there. I didn't have him sign it because he was on lunch or at a bathroom break every time I went by, but I bought it. But he does a lot of translation work, but he also does research and wrote this himself. So I love yokai stuff. I'm obsessed with it. It's got tons of great illustrations in it. So this was an easy no-brainer for me. So
that's cool.
That's all I got. I wanted to get Copra. I know someone's gonna tell me I'm saying it wrong. I know I am.
I know.
It's so cool. It's like G.I. Joe if it were like a French like Truffaut film or something. You know what I mean? Like it's
I think I've read the first 2 volumes of it, and it's awesome.
It's brilliant. And
it really is.
Still kind of mad I didn't go and have him like buy the first 2 volumes and sign them. But again, I was just kind of money was tight, and I'm like, I know that people are probably supporting him more than that dude who I'd never heard of before that did this. Zinc Comics. Anyway, I showed some of this, so if you're interested in it all, I'm throwing a link up on the screen. Check it out. It's black and white and color, and he kind of does a thing where he switches, between volumes. One's black and white, just ink on paper. One's like watercolors. One's,
that's cool.
All different styles, which each chapter. So I'm a total nerd for that stuff. So I'll read it and let you know what I think of it.
Yeah, Artist Alley. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, ideally, it's expensive even to get tickets to a con. You get tickets to a con. Ideally, you'd bring like, okay, I have like $1,000. I'm just going to walk through Artist Alley, and all the people that aren't well known, I'm just going to buy all their shit because that's what you do.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to do, honestly.
Yeah.
Like we just took pictures of people's stuff and like their booth number. I'm like, we'll come back. It's like, you're just overwhelmed. Like, well, if I did that, if I bought the thing they were selling or one of the prints or whatever, like you said, it'd be $1,000, literally.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I find them very, very weird, and I feel overwhelmed, like overstimulated, which happens the more easily the more older I get. But we used to have a show in Portland called Stumptown. I've never went to Stumptown. I used to go
it was
to
awesome.
Jason Farrell, and it was only indie people. It was just Artist Alley. So you just would walk through a smaller, like a room like the 10th, the 15th of the size of like where Rose City Comic Con is. And it was just local and regional artists usually, and just selling their stuff. And you would just flip through and like chat with them. And that was heaven to me. Like,
yeah, I think the one that I went was at some like big hotel ballroom, like off Airport Way or something.
I didn't
like
go to that one.
I think
the last one,
there was one that I went was that.
The last ones I went to, I think was just before it ended, were like right by Lloyd Center Mall, in like a DoubleTree hotel, like across like from the park.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing. Yeah, like the big, not ballroom, but yeah, like the big rooms.
Yeah.
For little speaking events and stuff at like a DoubleTree.
But very small.
Yeah, definitely small. But no, I loved those. Those were great.
Yeah. That's my happy place. And so I always want to go to the, I forgot what it's called. There's one in Seattle that still does basically what Stumptown did, which is like indie, I forgot what it's called, something con. But it's just for independent people, nothing like Image or Dark Horse or whatever. It's all self-published stuff and small press. So small press con. Someone will tell me. Anyway, I would still go to Seattle for that, honestly. I miss them so much. I'd rather the money you spend to go to Rose City Comic Con too, like you're saying, it's not cheap to get in. Like us to get a 1-day pass for 2 people was not cheap. And
no, it's not.
What I get out of it was I was definitely like, I wanted to do it. So it's just like, Dad, I'm going to college. Like going to Comic Con with you is my happy place. Can we do this? I'm like, sure, of course.
Yeah, she got you.
Yeah.
She knows your number.
So yeah, when I'm paying for the tickets, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, there's a lot of fucking Deadpool Pokemon I'm going to be seeing here, but okay.
Yeah.
I'm a good dad.
You're a good dad.
Yeah. So yeah, that was cool. At least I discovered some things I didn't have that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's totally worth it. And you supported indie comic people. So that's what's worth it in the end.
Well, I like to help the little man.
Yeah.
So, you know me, I'm magnanimous.
You are. I was just going to say, it's very magnanimous of you.
I'm a big dude.
Yeah.
What's up next for us? I need to pull this up here.
Shit, I didn't look.
So we are doing The Coming of Caleb Hammer next.
Oh, that's right. I have no clue about this.
So yeah, this is a Marvel thing, right? This is
I think so.
Yeah. And so back when we first started this season, back when we were doing like Bloodstone level of like page by page crawling through it like we do on the main show, Jared said, I want to be on that. Jared loves Western stuff. I think we talked him out of that when we explained it was just a shadow show, but I don't know. Should I ask? I don't know. Your call.
Guess would be a lot. Guess would be a lot on the shadow show.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think we killed it with Wolf. I think we should just leave it.
Yeah, I think we should just leave it with Wolf. Wolf is you can't do better than that.
Because we did kind of start scheduling some guests for the final season, and then as we revamped the show about 3 episodes in, the Shadow Show, I think we jettisoned that idea. So
I don't think we're going to do.
I think Athena is going to be the only guest on the Shadow Show this last season here.
Yeah, that's fair. That sounds right.
Cool. Well, I'm stoked to talk about Western comics. I know we're doing it in the main show as well. One issue, I forgot what their Western was called, but I'm always happy to talk about cowboy comics.
Yeah, me too.
Cool. Well, the butterfly. Check her out. She'll be in the Sphere. She's booked at the Sphere for 3 months.
3-month stint at the Sphere.
Can I give you a piece of advice? Bring sunglasses.
Thanks. That's right. All right. Well, no, that was fun.
Yeah, it was.
That was a good time. We blathered on for a lot of time.
That was a lot of blathering.
It was fun. Yeah.
Oh shit, that was an hour.
So I know, right?
I scheduled 30 minutes.
Yeah. Well, we got to talking.
Yeah.
Like we do. I'll take the blame for some of that. So, okay. Succinctly, we say, Hail Satan.
Hail Satan. Thank you for your support. Yeah. Satan and you out there in the audience.
Yeah. Both equal.
Equal.
As far as I'm concerned, support-wise.
Yes. So that's Shadow Show. That was a nipple twist there at the end.